All right. Hey, film buffs. This is the Shape speaking, and here I am on my annual trip to Warner Brothers Studio Tour. Today I'm taking the Plus Tour, which is actually my favorite of the tours you can take. There are 4 different tours you can take here. The first one is the regular basic tour. There is the Classics Made Here tour, which focuses on all the classics. And there is the Plus Tour, and then there's the big 4-hour deluxe tour, which I've taken just to do it once. So the Plus Tour is actually my favorite of the bunch because it gives you basically all the stops that the old basic tour used to have before COVID. So out of all the tours, hopefully you can hear me, there's a bunch of construction going across the street. Out of all the studio tours, out of the 4 of them that you can do in the area, Warner Brothers has the best one, really. Especially on the Plus Tour. They take you all over the lot, they cover a lot of history, they tailor the tour to who's in the cart, and you also get, there are a whole bunch of different museums at the end of the tour, plus a huge old gift shop, as they always do. These tours are like an annual, except for Universal, because I've got a pass there. These tours are like an annual thing with me. I do Warner Brothers and Paramount every year. Last month I took the Sony tour for the first time in a long time, and that tour has really improved, so I'm going to be doing that every year too from now on. But yeah, if you've never taken any of these tours, you come up here, it's worthwhile taking a lot of these. Paramount, everything, Paramount, Sony, Universal, Warner's, they're all a lot of fun. So we're going to go head on in there, go through security, and we'll get this thing started. Now, unfortunately, I cannot take any video during the tour itself, but I don't know, I'll tool around with this editing program. Maybe I'll throw a few pictures on there, but I'll get you some video of the museums and of the gift shop. We'll see what's in there. Bye. Okay, one minor but major advantage Warner Brothers has to the other 2 studio tours in the area, they have a coffee shop at the beginning of their tour. Both Sony Pictures and Paramount used to have that, but then they changed where they load their tours at. And now, word of advice, if you do Paramount or Sony, go get your coffee and drink it. Go get your Starbucks or your coffee or whatever and drink it in the car on the way, because otherwise you're going to spend the whole tour dying for a cup of coffee. Okay, so right here is the Warner Brothers gift shop, the studio store. We'll go into more detail with this place later on. At the end of the tour actually empties out in the very back of this, but as you can see, it's pretty big, pretty elaborate. There's lots of stuff to see in there. And a lot of decoration. I got some time before my tour, so I'm going to slip in here and take a look at what they have. But when it comes down to making the video, I'll do that at the end of the tour. So, hey everybody, so here in the tour center, let me flip that. This is where you check in. Looks like a pretty decent crowd, so I'm really hoping that there is more than just me in my tour group. I've had that happen to me a couple of times.
Right. Good afternoon. If you're here for the 1 p.m. studio tour class, you got the silver lanyards. Come in the back.
Looks like that's me. Okay, so that got interrupted, but here I am. This is for the Plus and the Deluxe tours. They meet in here. When I did the Deluxe tour a couple years ago, they gave me a comic book. Little bit of kind of like VIP treatment they give you in here. Not much, but it's there. You know, you get all these snacks, extra coffee if you need it, but I got my Starbucks. Again, out of all the tours they do, this Plus tour is actually pretty much my favorite of the ones that they do. And if you're gonna come here and you can afford it, I'd say the Plus tour is the best one to take.